Hey, it's Kevin DeWitch here. Welcome to another tip, trick, or technique session. In this session, we're going to talk about muting parts to create interest. So firstly, if you are new to my videos, new to my channel, and you like what you see, please click the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell to be notified of all my future videos. So muting parts to create interest. A lot of us create songs with tons and tons of instrumentation, tons and tons of vocal parts, etc. All that sort of stuff. Or you might be just purely mixing for a client. Now, generally, I like to get the production right during the actual creation of the song, during the production phase. I don't necessarily like to change too much when I'm doing mixing, but muting is one part that I will entertain that idea when I am mixing, because sometimes, you know, the biggest thing you can do to a mix is to just take parts out, mute them, mute instruments, build the song up. Instead of having a flat line of all your instruments going through the entire song, you might want to thin parts out and then have it seem like it builds up again by having all the instruments back in. So let me just get into it and I'll show you what I'm talking about, and hopefully it comes across well. Now, the reason I do muting is because sometimes when we create a song, we have a vision and we create this song and we do the same thing over and over again for everything. So all the verses are identical. All the choruses are identical. The bridge is identical. Everything's the same. There's no variance in them, but we love the song so much, we think it just sounds fantastic and everybody else is going to love it. The problem is that if there's no difference between all of those sections, you can find that the listeners become bored and there's just not enough variance for them to want to hear that part again. So generally when we want a song, a lot of the time, and it's not a hard and fast rule, sometimes we will start a song with a big bang. But generally what we want to do is we want to build the song up from the start at a lower sort of feeling or excitement or level and build it up to a big sort of crescendo type thing at the end where the last chorus is a huge thing. And again, there's differences to this. Sometimes we take a song out on a low. Sometimes we start a song on a big bang and still then go low and build it back up again. But the point is that we want variance through the song, even subtle things. And subtle things can be, like I said, muting parts. And this is the simplest approach to do, because we could look at adding extra parts and adding percussion in and all that sort of stuff. But, you know, that can take a bit of time. That can take you going and finding samples to do that. Just muting parts is quite simple and very quick and effective because everything's already there. All you need to do is chop it up and mute parts. I've got an artist that sent me a song and all of these parts were already in this song. And you can see here that anything in Cubase here that is a color is active. If it's grayed out like this, it's been muted. So you can see here that I have muted parts deliberately to either create more interest or because I've found that the parts are so similar that it becomes slightly annoying and repetitive and I want to mix it up a little bit. So if we unmute this part, we've basically got two lead parts here. So they're playing the same thing and it was getting in the way. So I mute it. It cleans it up a little bit. But what you might want to do as well is, let's say that this lead part happens quite a lot, because it does, right? So it's over here. It comes back in here at the end as well. So what you might do is, and this is what I'm saying is quite common, you know, the artist likes that lead part. They feel that it fits in the chorus every time the chorus comes in, so they basically put it in every spot. Now, as a mix engineer, I might listen to it and go, okay, I get it, but it's too much. So I might actually come in here and say, look, I'm going to mute that one in the start. We don't need that lead in the start. Let's let this build up. And we've suddenly stripped it back. It's just real basic. Or you might say, okay, that's a bit much because it goes on for a bit too long. So you might find a spot here. I'm not sure where the right spot is. And we'll unmute that part. So we might start off with nothing there. Okay, so obviously I would need to play with this and tweak it because it's not starting in a very good spot there, but you get the idea. So I might mute that whole section so that it doesn't do that lead at all, and the lead only appears further into the song. Or I might chop that up and mute just a little part of it. There's other times where I will come through and again, we will chop up bits and mute other sections. So say in regards to this part here, the artist has actually done this themselves. But if you imagine, quite often I'll get a song where the drum track just plays from start to finish. And I might just go, oh my God, the drums we need something to break this up. So you might decide to chop it here and remove or mute this section. So you end up with this. All right, and it just breaks the song down, changes the whole vibe of it, creates some interest, even though there's still exactly the same part. It's the same chorus, but we've removed the drums. Same thing with the bass. Again, we've stripped the bass out there, but we might want to do that somewhere else. So we might say, okay, I don't want the bass at the very start. So I might chop it and mute it and then start. Again, that was just a very quick hack, but you get the idea. Obviously, I would work on this and I would do some placement there. And sometimes it's a matter of trying these things. I try this constantly. And it doesn't always work. Sometimes it's a big failure and I just can't get it to work and I just give up and I go, okay, put the bass in because it just doesn't work, or put the drum back in, it's not working. But it's something that I'll do a lot in mixes because it's the easiest way to do it and it's the easiest way to clear out clutter and highlight other parts, even vocal parts here. Like you've got an artist that's done multiple doubles. Now in this regard here, I've chopped it up. And I've decided that, this one here is going to double there, but this one's going to double there. Or I might decide that, so if we listen to this part here. When I feel down, you pick me up. I might decide, look, that section there, I want it to be more raw. I don't want it to have a double. I want it to be just a single vocal track. So I might mute those parts altogether and only bring the double in on the chorus. When I feel down, you pick me up, down on the ground and all the way up, you pick me up. So you can do things like that. I've also done parts where you have a double vocal and I actually chop it up and mute it so that it only comes in on individual words. And again, that just adds that other sort of texture, but can keep the vocal raw for the rest of the time. So next time you are doing one of your songs or mixing a song, try this. Get your balance of your song pretty good, get it sounding great mixed wise, and then this is what I sort of call the creative stage. And this is where I would come in and go, okay, that section is quite repetitive and is repeated in various other parts. Let's do something different there. Start chopping it up, start muting parts, see what effects you can get, see what impact you can get, dropping things out like that, and then bang, bringing them in for that last chorus can just build that impact and just take your songs to another level. So there you go. That is muting parts to create interest in a song. Hopefully I've made it clear. Hopefully I've given some good examples there that's going to give you some inspiration during your mixes or your song creation going down the line. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. Do you do it on your mixes? Let me know. If you have any questions around it, please, again, feel free to put it in the comments. I'd love to help wherever I can. Again, if you like what you see here, please click the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell to be notified of all my future videos. Hopefully the video has been helpful. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.